Hi everyone, my name is Bethany and you're watching a 5-minute review on Writing Werewolf. So today's review is on Fractured Lives by Russ Colchamiro. Fractured Lives is a sequel to Crackle and Fire, which I read last year, I think. This series is a sort of fusion between sci-fi and like quite heavy sci-fi and noir, like noir detective fiction. And do you know what? It really works. I'll post a link to my review for Crackle and Fire down below in the description. So I got both these books through Blackthorn Book Tours, so thank you very much to them for sending me out some copies to review. I loved the first one, and when I saw that this second one was available for review, I was really excited and I was really keen to read it. I really wanted to know what happened to the characters, because a lot of the characters in the first one were just so incredible that I wanted to follow them everywhere. And I'm glad I got the opportunity to do so. The series follows Angela Hardwick, who is a private investigator, as she tries to solve mysteries in E-Town, or Eternity, which is the sort of part of the universe where the rest of the cosmos is designed and built. So they're not set on Earth, but the characters and people are quite human-like. It's not totally out there. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the first book was the world building, and I honestly didn't think that the sequel would be able to surmount that or to surpass that, and I was so pleasantly surprised to discover that I was wrong. The second one actually goes into a lot more detail about sort of universe design and like how they build and fix and repair the cosmos, and I think that's just such an interesting and such an intriguing way to deal with things. And I just think it's absolutely fascinating as like a concept to read about. Not to mention that Russ Colchamiro must have such an incredible imagination to come up with all of this in the first place. So I absolutely love the world building in this, and I really loved how it allowed the main character. So in addition to Angela as the sort of main character, you also have Whistler, who gets promoted from sidekick to well, still sidekick but more prominent sidekick, I guess. And I loved how these characters were developed, but not like they weren't just sidelined. There was no focus on other characters. They didn't stagnate or anything. They developed. They continued to develop, and we saw like a totally new side of them. Like obviously Whistler was just coming into his role as a private investigator, and then you have Angela, who is struggling to balance her work life with her family life. And she has this new introduction of her son's father reappearing from nowhere when she previously thought he was dead. I absolutely loved Angela's development. I loved how her character, most of her character arc in this revolved around trying to balance her motherhood with her job, and it didn't require sacrificing her entire personality for it. I really loved that aspect of it. A lot of times when characters become mothers, they just become mothers and nothing else. Like, they lose everything else that they had, but she didn't. She was fantastic. And I loved how this book really focused on teamwork and learning to trust other people, and also learning to trust yourself and letting certain things go and to delegate. And I just really loved it. The only flaw I have with this book is that the reveal, while interesting, felt very melodramatic and didn't really fit the tone of the rest of the book. It felt very much like the part in like something like Descendants, like a Disney Channel original movie, something like that. It didn't feel very noir. That would be my only, like, I loved it. I loved the drama, but it didn't really fit. It felt like it was sort of the ending to like a different story as opposed to the ending to this story. But that's my only complaint, so we're doing good so far. If you've read this book, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll post links to the Amazon and Goodreads page, and also my full written review down below, as well as links to my social media, so my Twitter and my Instagram, in the description as well. If you like this video, I have a whole playlist full of 5-minute reviews, which are just quick reviews of books that I've read and really enjoyed. And I'll post a link to it up in the cards so that you can get that really easily. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you really like this video, maybe consider subscribing. Thanks. Thanks for watching, as always, and bye.